Deja vu is one of those mystical, almost surreal experiences that can stop us in our tracks. It's that uncanny feeling that, for a brief moment, everything around us feels strangely familiar, even though we know we've never been in that particular place or situation before. And yet, there's a compelling sense of having lived through this exact moment in some other time, some other realm. For spiritual thinkers, deja vu isn't just an odd mental glitch or an illusion created by the brain. It's seen as something far more profound, something that might even touch on the true nature of existence, our past lives, the interconnectedness of consciousness, and our own spiritual evolution. Imagine walking down an unfamiliar street on a quiet, sunny day, glancing at the people around you and catching snippets of their conversations. And then suddenly, a particular moment washes over you, and you know, without question, that you've been here before. It might even feel like a whisper from beyond, a moment you're meant to pay attention to. For centuries, deja vu has left humanity in awe, sparking debates among philosophers, mystics, and spiritual teachers, each exploring why these moments of familiarity arise and what they signify. If we open our minds to spiritual perspectives, deja vu offers a doorway into questions of reality, destiny, and perhaps even the eternal nature of the soul. One spiritual perspective on deja vu suggests that it's a fragment from a past life breaking into our present experience. In the tradition of reincarnation, each of us has lived many lives, accumulating lessons, experiences, and relationships that subtly imprint on our souls. When we experience deja vu, it may be that we're brushing up against the remnants of these past lives. It's as if certain moments contain a signature energy, a faint echo, calling us back to memories that lie buried in the depths of our consciousness. Perhaps when we walk through certain places or encounter certain people, the energies align in such a way that the veil between our past and present is momentarily lifted, allowing us to tap into a memory that isn't part of our current lifetime, but is nonetheless deeply familiar. Another view held by spiritual thinkers is that deja vu is a signpost on our life path, a message from our higher self or the universe. Those who believe that life is guided by spiritual forces suggest that deja vu serves as a reminder, a way to assure us that we're exactly where we're meant to be. They say that each of us has a soul blueprint, a path mapped out by our higher self before we were born. Deja vu moments could be a sign that we're in alignment with that blueprint. When everything feels familiar in that strange, inexplicable way, it might be the universe whispering that we're moving in the right direction, that we're on a path we chose long ago. There's comfort in this view, the idea that these moments of deja vu are gentle nudges, like cosmic checkpoints, affirming that we're where we need to be at this stage in our journey. This brings us to the idea of synchronicity, another fascinating concept that often overlaps with deja vu. Synchronicities are meaningful coincidences, moments when seemingly unrelated events align in a way that feels orchestrated, as if by an invisible hand. Some people experience deja vu during significant periods of transformation or spiritual awakening, and they believe that it acts as a kind of synchronistic experience, a nod from the universe, a signal that we're tuned in to a higher order of reality. For instance, you might experience deja vu while making a pivotal decision, or while traveling down an unexpected path, as if the universe is affirming your choice. And just like deja vu, these moments have a profound resonance. They feel as though they've been etched in time long before we arrived there. The role of dreams in deja vu is another profound and mysterious layer to consider. Many spiritual traditions view dreams as gateways to other realms, or as tools through which we can access knowledge that lies beyond the veil of ordinary perception. In dreams, we may travel to places, meet people, or have experiences that, on the surface, seem unrelated to our waking lives. But what if some of our dreams are actually glimpses of the future or remnants of the past? It could be that deja vu is the experience of recalling a dream we've had, a dream that predicted this exact moment. Spiritual teachers often suggest that dreams are a bridge between dimensions, where we can touch upon the timelines of both past and future. In this view, deja vu serves as a reminder that our lives are interconnected with dimensions beyond the physical, where time flows differently and everything, past, present, and future, exists simultaneously. The spiritual science of deja vu often considers consciousness to be much more expansive than our day-to-day awareness. Rather than being confined to our current experiences, our consciousness is seen as a multidimensional tapestry that weaves together many lifetimes, realms, and aspects of reality. In this view, deja vu is like a brief opening, a quick peek through the keyhole that reveals this vast, interconnected consciousness. We might think of it as a thread that ties together different points of our existence, reminding us that we are more than just our individual, isolated selves. We are part of an infinite web of consciousness that stretches across time and space. Some spiritual teachers suggest that each time we experience deja vu, we're tuning into a higher or expanded state of consciousness, which momentarily lifts the boundaries that usually keep our experiences separate. Another dimension of the déjà vu experience is the possibility that it represents parallel lives or alternate realities. The idea here is that multiple versions of ourselves are living out countless variations of life simultaneously, exploring different choices, different paths, and different outcomes. Déjà vu, from this perspective, is the moment when one of these parallel realities converges with ours. It's as though, for an instant, the boundaries between these realities blur, allowing us to feel the overlap of experiences from other versions of ourselves. This theory aligns with certain interpretations of quantum physics, where the existence of multiple universes, each with its own timeline, is a recognized possibility. For spiritual seekers, this theory resonates because it suggests that we are more complex, more interconnected, than our current lifetime or reality might suggest. Déjà vu, then, could be a moment when these alternate realities intersect, giving us a brief, almost nostalgic glimpse into another life path that our soul is exploring. In some ways, the experience of déjà vu reflects our soul's inherent timelessness. Each of us, at our core, is eternal, without beginning or end, and as we move through our various incarnations, we carry with us a reservoir of experiences, relationships, and insights. In this sense, déjà vu may serve as a reminder of our timeless nature, of the vast journey our soul is on. It might be the soul's way of reassuring us, giving us a sense of continuity that stretches beyond the confines of this single life. And for spiritual thinkers, this understanding deepens the sense of awe that accompanies déjà vu. It transforms it from a fleeting, confusing feeling to a sacred moment where the eternal nature of our being is made momentarily visible. As spiritual beings, we're also on a path of growth and evolution, and some believe that déjà vu is related to this journey. When we experience déjà vu, it's possible that we're being shown a moment of our own growth, a point of spiritual learning or insight that we're now ready to integrate. Perhaps we've encountered this lesson before, in this life or another, but now we're prepared to move to a new level of understanding. In this view, déjà vu serves as an invitation to pause, reflect, and open ourselves to the lesson that lies within that moment. It's a call to be present, to consider what this familiar moment has to teach us about our own journey, and to recognize that we're here to learn, to expand, and to evolve. So, next time you experience déjà vu, consider it as an opportunity to look beyond the ordinary, to see the world with new eyes. There's a mystery in that familiar feeling, a sense of connection that transcends time, and a glimpse into the boundless nature of consciousness. Embrace it as a moment of spiritual insight, as a reminder of the soul's journey, and as an affirmation of the timeless, interconnected nature of existence. For in that brief moment, when everything feels so familiar, you are glimpsing the infinite, touching upon a truth that lies beyond words, beyond understanding, and beyond the veil of everyday life. And that, in itself, is a profoundly spiritual experience. Carl Jung, one of the most influential thinkers in the realms of psychology and spirituality, had his own profound insights on phenomena like déjà vu. Jung approached these experiences with an open mind, viewing them not as mere quirks of the brain, but as windows into the deeper, often hidden layers of the psyche and the mysterious realms of the unconscious. He believed that experiences like déjà vu are not random occurrences, but messages from a larger collective psyche that connects all of humanity. In Jung's view, the feeling of having been here before serves as a glimpse into the workings of the collective unconscious, a concept he proposed as a shared reservoir of memories, archetypes, and experiences that transcend individual lives and weave through the shared history of all people. In Jungian thought, déjà vu might reflect the activation of an archetype, a universal symbol or theme embedded in the human psyche. Jung proposed that archetypes reside in the collective unconscious, and that when they emerge, they carry with them a feeling of timeless familiarity. Perhaps déjà vu is a moment when we come face to face with an archetype, triggering a feeling of recognition that seems inexplicable in the context of our own lives. For instance, an encounter with a new person that feels like meeting someone from another time may be the mind's recognition of an archetypal figure, such as the mentor, the lover, or the guide. Déjà vu, in Jung's framework, becomes a symbolic encounter, one that draws on the ancient, primal themes that run through our individual lives, as well as the collective story of humanity. Jung's theory of synchronicity is also deeply relevant to understanding déjà vu from a spiritual perspective. He defined synchronicity as meaningful coincidence, a mysterious alignment of events that seems to transcend chance. In Jung's view, synchronicities aren't random. They reveal an underlying order and a purpose at work in our lives. Déjà vu, much like synchronicity, can appear as a causal moment. one that doesn't logically follow from previous experiences, yet holds deep personal meaning. Jung believed that moments of synchronicity, including déjà vu, serve as expressions of the collective unconscious aligning with our conscious experiences, creating moments of revelation. For him, déjà vu could represent a point where our inner psychological state and the outer world briefly synchronize, providing a glimpse of a greater pattern, perhaps even a message from the universe itself. For Jung, the appearance of déjà vu also touches on the timeless nature of the psyche. He believed that our inner world doesn't operate within the bounds of linear time. Instead, it is cyclical and symbolic, where all memories, thoughts, and feelings can coexist beyond the limitations of past, present, and future. This timeless aspect of the psyche allows for the experience of déjà vu to surface as a fusion of time frames, a moment where we experience the past, present, and future as interwoven, almost as though they exist simultaneously. In this light, déjà vu isn't just a fleeting familiarity, but a glimpse into the timeless structure of our own psyche and the nature of consciousness itself. It suggests that our psyche has access to layers of experience that lie beyond the ordinary, logical confines of time, allowing us to see the present through the lens of eternity. Jung also entertained the notion that déjà vu might stem from unconscious memory images, carried forward from previous incarnations, or even inherited through generations. He was open to the idea of reincarnation, and the possibility that we inherit memories not only from our own past lives, but from our ancestors as well. Jung noted that people often have visions, dreams, or sudden, vivid impressions that seem to arise from memories that cannot be traced to their present life. These, he believed, might be fragments of ancestral memories encoded within the collective unconscious. Déjà vu, in this sense, could be a faint stirring of a memory inherited from a distant relative or even a previous incarnation of the soul. Through this lens, déjà vu becomes a bridge to our soul's journey across lifetimes, a reminder of the continuum of experiences that make up our deeper, transpersonal self. To Jung, understanding déjà vu also requires us to consider the idea of individuation, the process of integrating the various parts of our psyche to realize our true self. He viewed life as a journey toward wholeness, where we come to understand and embody the totality of who we are. Déjà vu moments might arise as we align more closely with our true path, or encounter an experience that reflects our inner truths. When we have a déjà vu moment, it might be a signal from the unconscious, affirming that we are moving in harmony with our deeper self. Perhaps it's a way for the psyche to remind us that we're touching on a part of our life story that aligns with our soul's purpose. For Jung, the purpose of life was to become whole, and déjà vu might serve as a gentle nudge from our unconscious, hinting that we're on the right path towards self-realization. Jung's exploration of déjà vu also touched on the concept of time itself. He suggested that time, as we perceive it, is not an absolute reality, but a psychological construct, a way for our minds to organize experiences. In the deep symbolic language of the unconscious, time is fluid, interwoven, and often cyclical. When we experience déjà vu, we might be stepping outside the ordinary structure of time, experiencing a moment where the past, present, and future blur together. This timeless nature of the unconscious suggests that we are not merely in time, but that time itself is part of a larger framework of existence. Déjà vu then becomes a reminder of the limits of our ordinary perception, and an invitation to explore reality beyond the linear timeline. Carl Jung's insights add an enriching layer to our understanding of déjà vu. Rather than dismissing it as a trivial phenomenon, he viewed it as a powerful symbolic experience that provides us with a glimpse into the collective unconscious, the cyclical nature of time, and the interconnectedness of all things. In these moments, we are reminded that we are part of a larger whole, a timeless and universal story that stretches beyond our individual existence. For those on a spiritual path, Jung's perspectives on déjà vu offer an invitation to see it not as a mere curiosity, but as a profound message from the depths of the soul and the universe, a reminder of our interconnectedness, our timeless nature, and our journey towards self-realization.